Which version of you are we getting today? She must be bipolar or have split personalities. You shouldn't make assumptions of people before you get to know them. Be careful of what you say to people because you never know the long term or short term effect it could have on them. My name is Devette Seals, but I prefer to be called LaShawn. Although LaShawn is my middle name, I also like to think of it as my alter ego. I was born and raised in sunny South Dallas, which people like to call the hood. Then, at the age of 3, my mom got married and we moved to Lancaster. Man, was that a culture shock moving from a predominantly all black neighborhood to a predominantly all white neighborhood. Growing up in Lancaster, I had a lot of friends. Most of them were white and very few were black. I hung around mostly white kids, which naturally I ended up acting like them. Little did I know the impact it would have on me later in life. Fast forwarding to several years later, my mom ended up getting divorced, which meant we had to move back to South Dallas. I had no idea the backlash I would face for me being a black girl who, according to others, was a white girl trapped inside a black girl's body. I spoke and acted differently from the black kids in school. For you to understand why I am the way I am, I would like to share with you 4 objects that will give you a little bit more insight as to how it was growing up for me, which has an impact on my life to this very day. The first object I chose is a chameleon, which represents me in the fact that I can adapt to any situation that I am in. To me, there isn't a such thing as acting white or acting black, it's just adjusting to your surroundings. Devette is the so called white version of myself, the goody goody two shoes version who hangs out with the sedity or the in crowd. LaShawn is the so called black version of myself, the bad girl who hangs out with the bad kids. This brings me to my second object, which is a mirror that has been covered up with a question mark drawn on it, which reveals what I have kept hidden. There are days when I look in the mirror and not know who I see, which is why the mirror is covered up with question marks on it. Some days I see a happy version of me, while other days I see a depressed me. On a good day, you will catch me smiling and interacting with others, while on a bad day, steer clear. The mirror covered up with the question mark ties into my third object, which is a picture of an angry emoji. I disagree with that. It is assumed that I'm angry because I don't walk around with a smile on my face all day, every day. People, not all people, irritate me, and it shows on my facial expressions. You can tell when I am mad or when I have just come from shopping. That brings me to my fourth object and final object, which is a credit card, which represents my love of shopping. I love to shop, and anyone that knows me knows you can almost always find me in someone's store. Shopping is my escape, my retail therapy. I don't have to deal with people questioning who I am or calling me white lady or saying I talk proper. So now that you have an idea about what it was like for me growing up and the effect it had on me and still has on me. Now, going back to the beginning, let me answer the question for you. No, I am not bipolar, and the version you will get of me depends on the type of day that I am having or the situation I am in. Try not to judge people before you get to know them. Thank you for letting me share this with you, and I am eager to learn more about you.